Skip it up and that up.
So another day and another YouTuber tries to get some from an underage girl. This time it's another Let's Play YouTuber. He seems to be pretty popular. I haven't personally heard of him, but he has over 400,000 subs. His name is Jinbop. Well, Jinbop last month was arrested for allegedly engaging in pretty nasty sexual behavior with a 15-year-old female fan of his YouTube channel. And here we go. This always seems to be the goddamn telltale sign. Jinbop's YouTube channel, which was popular among teens. He did a lot of Let's Plays, which included games like Minecraft. Ding, 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 ding. Now, Kotaku, that's where I'm getting this information from. They were sent an affidavit by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Michigan. That's where Jinbop is in custody. Now, Zhao, that's Jinbop's real name. He allegedly engaged in, sexual illicit behavior online with a minor over the course of several months this year. An FBI rep said he was actually arrested at the Detroit Metro Airport, where he was on his way to meet this 15-year-old girl. Now, keep in mind that Zhao, Z-H-A-O, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, that's his real name. He's almost a decade this girl's senior, so yeah, this is pretty nasty stuff. Now, Jinbop is accused of some pretty horrid shit here, such as producing and receiving child pornography, as well as enticing a minor and traveling with, and I quote here, intent to engage in illicit sexual activity. The defendant acted in a deliberate sexually predatory manner toward a fan he knew to be a minor, 14 to 15 years old, at all times relevant hereto, over many months in a manner designed to groom her to participate in the production of child pornography and further to participate in direct sexual activity with the defendant. Oh, for Christ's sake, man. Now, Jinbop, his Let's Play YouTube channel, his main audience is 10 to 14-year-old children. So he had plenty of access to minors through his YouTube channel. Now, this girl created graphics and voiceovers for Jinbop's YouTube channel. And earlier this year, when she was only 14, her parents, allegedly, I have to keep saying that word, were getting worried about her Skype calls with Jinbop. They freaked out even more when she started wearing a locket with his picture around her neck, and she started buying like lingerie, panties and stuff her parents, quote here, said that she typically would not wear. And because of this, her parents started monitoring what she was doing online. The victim's parents allegedly, I hate that I have to keep on saying this word, but I have to, they got an audio recording in which Jinbop, I guess this was on Skype, asked her to strip, take her clothes off. Then he goes on to, oh my God, he goes on to say how she should groom her genital area. What the fuck, man? This guy's a piece of shit. And to make it worse, he knew damn well that she was only 14 when he was doing all this shit. Now, according to the affidavit, they both discussed meeting in person and having sex. So it was all documented. He wanted to meet this underage girl and have his way with her. One of the conversations that were cited in the affidavit, they wanted to meet at a gaming convention in Florida and have sex. Oh, this guy sounds like a real winner, man. Holy God. Now, there's other even more explicit details that go on between Jinbop and this 15-year-old girl. I'm not going to talk about it here because I'm already pushing it with YouTube's guidelines and I don't want to go any further. If you want to see what happened between Jinbop and this girl, you can check out the Kotaku article below in the description. But I know there's the age of consent around the world, and hell, even in the United States from state to state, varies. And I know there's people that bring up the argument that, oh, there's other countries that have the age of consent much younger than the US, and people are sexually mature at a much younger age than 18. The age 18 or 17, it's ridiculously high to be the age of consent. People feel it should be much lower, but I don't agree, man. And I know I may get flack for saying that, but have you ever talked to a 15-year-old girl, even a 16-year-old girl or a 14-year-old girl? I understand that, you may perceive them, they look mature physically, but even though they may look physically mature appearance-wise, you know what's not mature on them yet? Their brains. Have a conversation with the 15-year-old girl and you'll realize one thing right away. They're kids! They're babies! It's not. You're not talking to an adult. You're not talking to someone who has the mental capacity to have the rationale to make mature, rational choices. So I agree with the age of consent being 17, 18. Because when you're younger than that, you don't have the mental capacity or the maturity, and you're not mature enough to make a choice to engage in sexual activity with somebody. I wholeheartedly agree with the consent age being 17, 18 in the States, in most states. Because you could just tell they're not ready yet to make that. That's a big, to engage in sexual activity with someone, especially that young, is a huge decision, and they're not ready for that yet. Especially when there's a manipulating piece of crap like this Gin Bop guy. He was using his YouTube channel. He just like, there's been so many other YouTubers, these other disgusting pedos out there who've manipulated some of their audience because they were looking to get some. They had some weird thing for young girls, and they groomed them to take advantage of them. And because they're young and dumb, I don't mean they're actually dumb, they're children, even though they may be 15 or 16 and look older than their age, their minds aren't developed yet, so they're still children. They can be taken advantage of. And guys like this walking turd, who's now probably going to jail for a decade, or whatever, even if he doesn't go to jail for a decade because it's so public, the rest of this Gin Bop's life is ruined anyway, they'll take advantage of that immaturity. And because they aren't ready to handle this yet, they aren't ready to handle a sexual relationship yet, they're psychologically damaged for the rest of their lives because some asshole on the internet wanted to take advantage of them because he had a boner. Which I just don't understand. Like, what's the difference, Gin Bop, between 15 and 18? Why would you ruin the rest of your life for a 3-year difference? Is there any difference in appearance, or is it some like psychological thing that you like the thrill of the chase, that they're illegal, that they're minors? It's so disgusting on so many levels, man. It really is. Just to the parents out there that watch this, for the love of God, pay attention to what your kids are doing online, because you never know what kind of piece of shit is trying to take advantage of them. And this is a perfect example of that. I'm glad this girl's parents paid attention to what she was doing, because Lord knows what this Gin Bop guy had in store for this poor girl.